All right, today we're going to talk about the curveball. Now, next to a four-seam fastball, a curveball is the most common pitch thrown. It's the easiest off-speed pitch to throw, so therefore guys are able to throw it effectively. Now, with our fastball, we're behind the ball. With our changeup, we're trying to get inside the ball. With the curveball, our hand is on the side of the ball. It's like we're shaking somebody's hand. That finger's out in front and we're just ripping down. We're trying to create a tight rotation. Nowadays they measure the spin rate and they want that to be, you want it to have as many RPMs as possible. So with the curveball, you want to use the seam. You want to use that middle finger. On the inside of that seam, you can have the horseshoe closed or the horseshoe open, but you just want to rip down. You don't want to twist anything. And with like all our pitches, we got to have that fastball aggression and that fastball arm speed. You want to be out in front. We don't want to be back here. Out in front, ripping down, creating that spin. Now, traditional curveball, guys have two fingers on it. Sometimes guys will lift the index finger up just to emphasize all that pressure on the middle finger. Or some guys throw a spike or a knuckle curveball. And really, that index finger is just stabilizing the ball, and that middle finger still is where all the emphasis is, on that middle finger ripping down. Now, to work on this pitch, I like to have guys throw this daily, just like their changeup. Work on it every day. I like to have guys throw it at a flat ground, like 40, 50 feet. Maybe throw like 8 or 9 of them every day just to really work on that. Also, I like to have guys throw it on the mound before a bullpen or before a game to really fine-tune it and really get that feel. Now, another way you can work on this pitch is actually on the mound. Get behind the backside of the mound, and you actually throw this up the mound. So your landing foot you want to have behind the mound, behind the rubber, and it really, what that does is it really forces you to get out in front. Then when you get up on the mound and throw downhill, it really helps, and it's a lot easier. I've also had guys throw this with a softball, and it really emphasizes, again, really getting on top of it. You know, with the changeup, I like to throw it further than 60 feet, so guys really have to throw it. The curveball, I like to throw shorter than 60 feet, so guys really are forced to get on top of it. Now, one thing I've been asked a lot is, at what age should young pitchers throw curveballs? And that's really a tough question, because I've seen 9-year-olds throw it effectively and correctly, and I've seen 20-year-olds throw it incorrectly. So it's really hard to say. But one thing I will also say with that is I think the curveball is thrown way too frequently. Youth levels, high school, etc. Actually, the other day I was watching a major league game, and it was full count, bases loaded, and the pitcher threw a curveball in the dirt on a 3-2 count. And I feel like everyone's so afraid to throw a fastball over the plate, so afraid of contact, that instead they're willing to walk guys and throw a ton more pitches than you need to. It's real common that I see 3 hitters, even if a team scored 2 in the top of the first inning, bottom of the first, 2 guys out, 3 hitters up, they'll start them off with a curveball. More times than not they miss, then you're putting yourself in a fastball count. So after 2 pitches, the batter's seeing everything that you have to offer. And that's really true of the curveball. I think people throw it so much that it becomes ineffective, and it leads to high pitch counts. So again, now a couple of common mistakes I see with the curveball, and this is really true of every pitcher and hitter. Everyone's always trying to fight to stay close, and with the curveball, I see guys really open up to the glove side. So you got to really fight to stay close. Also, too, about 9 times out of 10, when guys miss up in the zone, it's because they're back here, and you want to be out in front with that curveball, especially when guys are in the stretch, because they're concerned about the base runner. They'll kind of start it here and end it here, and you really want to start it here and end it right here. If you took a picture upon release, I'd want to be out here with it, to where from that point it's sharp and hard. As with all our off-speed pitches, and all our pitches for that matter, we want to stay down in the zone. Unless we're intentionally elevating a fastball, that's one thing, but all of our off-speed we want to keep down in the zone. So if you have any questions, if you have any other videos you'd like me to do, please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell.